was always too busy. I was always thinking about work, but now I had time. And for the first time, I enjoyed a simple meal. Later, the doctor came. He checked my wounds. He said, "You will go home soon." I nodded. Home, my small house, my old car, my quiet life. But now everything felt different. I did not want to go back to the same routine. I did not want to sit at home and wait for the future. I wanted to change. But how? I did not know. That evening, I looked out the window. The sun was setting. The sky was red and gold. It was beautiful. I had never watched a sunset 07:49 like this before. I had always been too busy. I had always been working. But now I sat still. I watched the colors change. I felt the moment. And I smiled. The next day, I stood up for the first time. My legs were weak, but I walked slowly. The nurse helped me. She said, "You are strong." I did not feel strong. I felt different. I felt new. I felt like a man who had been asleep for years and was now waking up. I did not want to waste another day. I wanted to live that night. I made a decision when I left the hospital. I would do something new. I would take a U842 trip. I would go somewhere I had never been. I did not know where. I did not know how, but I knew one thing. I was done waiting. My life was just beginning. The day finally came. The doctor said, "You can go home." I packed my things. The nurse helped me to the door. She smiled and said, "Take care of yourself." I nodded. I stepped outside. The air was fresh. The sky was blue. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. I was free. I was alive. I got into a taxi. The driver asked, "Home?" I paused. My home was small. It was quiet. It was the same as before, but 0937 was not the same. I looked out the window. The city was busy. People walked fast. Cars moved quickly. Everyone had a place to go. I thought, where do I want to go for the first time? I did not want to go home. I wanted something new at home. Everything was the same, my bed, my chair, my table, but I felt different. I sat down and looked around. My house was simple. My life was simple, but I wanted more. I wanted to see new places. I wanted to try new things I had saved money for. Years now, it was time to use it. I opened my laptop. I searched for places to